What's good, everybody? Today was back and bicep day for us. We actually had a big group today. We have a new member of our little group, a good friend of ours, Bruno. He's the guy who's wearing the J. Cole Dreamville shirt you'll see in a minute. This is Sirhan, and as you can see, we're doing pull-ups. We start off with pull-ups for back and bicep day. We did 3 sets to failure. And if you can see in front of him, he has the rubber band. We do that maybe later after the set. After we go to failure, we put our knee on the rubber band and we do like some assisted pull-ups. So this is Victor, and as you can see, pretty good form. We go with the wider grip, not super wide. We're trying to, as you can see, like he starts to rock towards the end. We are trying to work the lats primarily. You know, we want those big lats, and then secondary you want the biceps. Obviously that's why it's back and biceps. So what we would do sometimes, or these guys are doing, as you can see, after they go to failure, Sirhan gets in the way, fuck out the way, we start doing negatives, which is basically you forget about the concentric part of the lift. You just jump straight up and then let yourself down slowly, because when you in lifting, basically you're, I think it's twice as strong eccentrically than you are concentrically. So as you saw right there, that was Bruno, and then now it's me. Decent form, you know. I could probably go a bit higher. I don't know, I think it's range of motion. Even right now, if I try and simulate a pull-up motion, my arms can't go super far, but I think that's something that I'm going to keep note of as I progress. Try and get higher on the bar, maybe pull it towards my neck or my upper chest, get that full contraction in the back muscles. And as you can see from my arms and stuff, I am not lean whatsoever. I think my body fat, it's pretty high. It's in the 20s. I think it's like early 20s or 22 or 21 or something like that. So I have no cuts and no striations whatsoever. So after those 3 sets of failure, we go into the lat pull down. Now, you know, a big reason why we do these exercise videos, or why I'm going to be posting exercise workout videos, is basically it's for our own good. You know, you want to see our progress and see our form and stuff, see how we get better over the months. And something that I see with Sirhan's form, I think he's leaning back a bit too much. Maybe it's the camera angle, but you know, if you lean back too much, it becomes a row, and you're not working the muscles you want to work. You know, it becomes a type of rowing motion. Now, right here, I think this is pretty good form from Victor. He's going elbows to ribs, which is what you want to do if you want to work your lats. Holding at the bottom and then controlling it on the way back up. So as you can see, we're not going super heavy. We just did a set of pull-ups, and this is pretty much the same motion. So the lat muscles and the biceps are pretty much already tired. And we're trying to not go super heavy, like we're trying to build strength. We're trying to build mass, and you know, we want to make sure that our form is in check and that we are hitting the muscles that we're trying to hit. And you know, we're trying to stick within the hypertrophy rep range. You know, was 8 to 12, stuff like that. So right now, this is Bruno. First time working out with us here at this gym. And yeah, so hopefully you'll see more of him as we post more and more videos. So yeah, you know, that's the thing, when you start working out and you start to not lift it all the way where it's supposed to be, that means your muscles are getting tired. You should probably do a drop set or just end the set right there and then save your energy for the next set. This is me right here. I think I'm doing 59 kilos or something. Not super heavy. Obviously, I'm trying to get my form down. I think I could go a bit lower, maybe bring those elbows down a little bit more towards my ribs, and maybe pause at the bottom a bit longer for like 1 second. That's probably a few things that I would change about my form in this example right here. As you can see, look, it doesn't clear my chin in that last rep, so I just end it. And then we move on to some seated rows, some wide grip, pronated grip, seated rows on a seated row machine using the cables. And you know, this is a fairly new thing for us. We're trying to do everything in a wide pronated grip type of fashion, so that hopefully it transfers over to the pull-up, which is the thing which is our main lift. You know, we're trying to get better at that. I want to do a high number of reps with my body weight and also with additional weight. So, you know, it makes sense if you do everything in a pronated type of grip. It makes sense for it to transfer over to a pull-up because your hands are pronated when you do a pull-up. That means, you know, you have your palms facing away from you. As opposed to, you know, if your focal point is the chin up with your palms facing up, supinated, you might want to do a supinated grip row, you know. So you know, the key for this exercise right here is to pull it up to your abdomen and then contract your back muscles. So you want to bring your elbows back, and I think it's okay to have a little bit of lean, like lean forward and lean back just a little bit, so you can activate those lower back muscles just a bit. So that's my first set, and as you can see, you know, from these workout videos, we're just showing you the first set. I might upload the whole thing in an unlisted video in the description, so you know, we can always refer back to it in the future. Right now, this is Victor, pretty tall guy. I think one of these reps he pulls it so far back that he hits the top of the stack, the top of the machine with the stack. One of these reps, I can't remember which one it was, but yeah. So I think a thing about us when we work out, we fall in love with the whole drop set thing too much, especially when it's just the first set, you know. So I think from now on, we're gonna keep a note of if we're doing like 3 sets of an exercise, maybe just aim for a number, like for example 8 to 12, and once you hit that, just stop, and then save your energy for the next rep, because it's easy to get addicted to the fact that, you know, if you do a drop set, you're gonna be taxing the muscle even more, but that also means that you won't be able to go as hard in the next set that you have. So maybe save drop sets for the last set, so that we have enough energy for, you know, the first set and the second set. Because if you're already tired after just going the first set, you know, you won't have enough energy to go as hard in the second set and the third set. So for example, if you do a drop set in the first set, 8 to 12 reps, and then a drop set, in the second set, you might not be able to go 8 to 12. You might fall down to like 6 to 8. And then if you do another drop set on the third set, you might only be able to hit maybe 3 or 5 reps with good form. So maybe I think that's something we're going to keep note of. Save drop sets for the last set, or maybe towards the end of the workout. So this is Turk. I think he's still getting used to this motion right here. I think we all are, but yeah. So this is Bruno right here. As I said, first time working out with us. I think he's borrowing Sirhan's gloves. And yeah, so after this exercise, I believe we jump into some curls to finish off the workout. So the way we did it was 3 sets of pull-ups to failure, and then 4 sets of pull-downs, probably 8 to 12 reps, and then we moved on to the wide grip rows, 4 sets. So yeah, as you can see, the gym is pretty packed right now. We went at a peak time, and you know, you'll see in a few instances people walk in and out of our shot. So also, this is the first time we recorded in the gym using this new camera that I got, the GoPro Hero 3, and hopefully we can get better, you know, better at recording. There's a few instances like the next exercise you do where it shows pretty much the whole gym and not just the person who's doing the lift. So you know, that's something we can work on. Try and put the camera in an angle where you only see the person who's doing the lift and nothing else, and people don't walk in and out of the shot. So right now we're doing some hammer curls on the cable machine using the rope, neutral grip of course, hammer curls, and just to finish off any life that the bicep has, you know, just to kill it off. And yeah, for me in particular, I have really weak biceps compared to my back muscles. So you'll see in a minute when it's my turn. So right here, you know, for the bicep curl, you want to keep your elbows to your side as much as possible. Obviously, when you flex your elbow, your elbow, if you flex your elbow at your side, it's gonna come up a little bit naturally. But you know, when you start struggling, some people, they'll start rocking backwards and forwards, or they'll start bringing their elbows higher up just to try and complete the rep. And you know, that's a sign that, you know, it's probably time to end the set, or maybe drop the weight. So here's me. Let's see how good my form is or how bad it is. So get in my position. I like to keep my back straight, knees a bit bent, leaning forward just a tad. And the thing is, you know, you might say, why aren't you fully extending your arm? I can't do it on this because if I fully extend my arm, the stack will rest on the thing. And you know, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep tension on the muscle at all times. So as you can see, my elbow is relatively still. It raises up a bit at the end, as I said, which is kind of natural. If you put your elbows at the side and flex your elbow, look in the mirror, your elbow is going to come up just a little bit. So right here, as you can see, my biceps are not big at all. I have really weak biceps, and that's something that I need to work on, especially for my pull-ups. The biceps are the secondary muscles, depending on what type of pull-up you do. So I think, you know, the stronger my biceps get, the better my pull-ups will also. So that's why we throw in this little isolation movement at the end. I'm not a huge fan of bicep curls. I never really do them, but because I'm trying to get a stronger back, if my biceps aren't up to par, my back is gonna lag. And the same thing with my grip. My grip is one of my weak points. I cannot grab onto things for very long. Like if you go back to my pull-ups, you'll see that I have to get off a few times and adjust my right hand because I start to lose grip. So that's something that I am making a conscious effort to work on. Victor right here, he has very strong biceps compared to us. I think back when he used to work out a lot, the biceps was something that he was really into. So you know, he has very strong biceps, and I have really weak biceps. So you know, that's the difference between us. So as you can see, this guy right here is asking how many more sets we got. And you know, you're gonna get that with a busy gym. If you look in the distant background, you can see all those people. Even in the mirror, the gym is packed. And you know, preferably you want it to be empty, you know, so you can have a more productive workout. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and more workout videos on the way.